need anything from that person.
I see a connection between the power of tolerance and acceptance. Could I then just say that I'm just accommodating your differences?
Yes, we have an interesting image for the power of accommodation, and it shows how many streams come from many different directions and they all merge into the ocean, and the ocean's able to accommodate all of them. And so my inner capacity also develops to the point where many different varieties of people, of backgrounds, of personalities, and I'm able to accept them all because fundamentally I learned to have respect for each one of them. And so, in a sense, beyond tolerance is the ability to be able to accommodate.
So the sign that says accommodation to let, which means I make my heart big enough to accommodate your misgivings, to accommodate differences in people, to accommodate their defects, and hopefully people will be able to accommodate me. What happened to our hearts nowadays? It's become
very
small.
Tiny. Our hearts have shrunk, and I think it's because we had huge expectations of others, and those expectations haven't been fulfilled because souls are empty today. One of the things we notice about today's world is that there's a spiritual bankruptcy. There isn't any strength within the soul anymore. And so we find it very difficult to tolerate. We find it impossible to accommodate others. We no longer have that respect for others around us.
I like the image that you spoke and combined it together. The power of tolerance with the power to accommodate. It seems there are two sides of the same coin. And the image that you expressed was different rivers meeting up into the ocean. The ocean takes in a lot. So do I have to be someone like that ocean, able to take in everyone's nonsense?
Maybe you look at it a different way. If I'm connected with the one above, the one who is the ocean, God has been able to accommodate me with all my failings and weaknesses, but also strengths. And so staying connected with God, I look for the strengths of others rather than thinking of it as nonsense. Because every human being does have two sides to their nature. And where I become intolerant or unable to accommodate somebody is because I'm focused on only one aspect. Then my vision becomes broader, my heart is broader, bigger. And so then I'm able to see the good that they have. And yes, they have their weaknesses, but I have mine. And I still am able to take God's love. And so let me be able to share a little of that love and respect with them.
I think this idea of God being able to accommodate you the way you are, as you are, is very humbling. And I think this connection with God enables you to be humble enough to make space for others in your life, isn't it?
Correct. Yes, there's space there.
The idea of patience, where does this particular virtue fits in?
Tolerance very definitely is connected with patience in the sense that here's a child playing mischief, but I tolerate it because I know that the child has a good heart, and there'll come a time when the mischief will finish and it's okay. The child will learn, will grow and mature. I can't expect an 8-year-old to behave like a 15-year-old. There's going to be a process of maturing that happens. And so 8 years old and I'm getting impatient with them, I'm losing my tolerance with them, well, that's wrong on my part. And so let me have the capacity to be patient and tolerant and know that things go at their own time and their own speed.
Sister Jayanti, you added one more power. From the power of tolerance, you added to the power of accommodation. What is the difference between the two powers?
I see that it's a progression. And so first I learn to tolerate, and I'm able to share my sweet fruits, those of the things I have attained. But think of that image of the tree. And when the little boy throws a stone, there's a scar that remains on the tree. And so although the fruits are being given, the tree has been left with a scar. And so when I'm tolerating, then there's something that stays within me, because yes, I'm accepting, but it's at a price. And when I go even beyond tolerance, then I come to the power of accommodation, of being able to accept completely. And when the river flows into the ocean, there's no more division there. You can't say that this is where the river ends and this is where the ocean begins. This is the water of the river and this is the water of the ocean. It's merged within that. And so tolerance means that I still carry a little bit of the memory that you had hurt me. I'm tolerating it, I'm accepting it, but I still carry a bit of that memory. But accommodation, to be able to accept completely, I've forgotten that you've even done something. And so my heart is big and generous enough to simply accept and be able to be flexible enough to move as the need is, as the season goes, as nature goes.
I can't imagine but think of one beautiful analogy. Could I easily say that the power to accommodate is something like a clay that the clay remains a clay, but it's molded, which means you are as I am, and people are able to work with me. Have you noticed that there are some people in a company who everybody can work with? Is it because they have this ability?
Yes, absolutely. I'm able to be flexible and accommodate different ideas, different perspectives, and there isn't the ego of being stuck somewhere. But I'm flexible and I can accommodate.
So this seems to be a very important leadership quality.
From tolerance to acceptance and accommodation, yes, that's the way in which I can truly be the master of the self. And when I can be the master of myself, then I can be a leader for others too. I can show the way, I can lead.
That's very beautiful. Please, could you take us to an experience using the power of tolerance and the power to accommodate?
I go into the world inside and I connect with the divine, the source of power, of love. And as I fill myself with both these qualities, my heart expands. God is able to love me in spite of all my weaknesses. God has accepted me as I am, no matter how many stains I carry on myself. As I feel God's love and God's power, and accept that God truly has taken me as I am, I begin to think, what must I do to be able to accommodate others, even go beyond tolerance, where I truly am able to respect them and accept them and adjust myself with them. I fill myself with God's love and power, rooted in my own inner dignity and self-worth, but now also able to value others and to recognize the need for us to be in harmony with each other. my heart truly opens up. I see all the variety. I see the beauty in that variety, and know that we all belong to one. Whatever our differences may be, but we belong to one. We are one family. Holding God's love and power within myself, I can feel that love reaching out across the universe, igniting hope in human hearts. And I also see how God's love has made my heart expand. I come back to the awareness of the physical dimension, and I keep this openness of spirit and generosity of heart myself. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Sister Jayanti. She explained very beautifully how to increase this power of tolerance. Connect yourself with the divine, the source of all attainments. Once you completely attain from this spiritual being, you no longer learn to expect from others in relationships. Together with the power of tolerance, she connects us to the power to accommodate. How do we accommodate others in our relationships? Turn towards God. Think for that moment when you found Him. He accommodated you, accepted you as you are, the way you are, with nothing to change from your end. Perhaps we can find ourselves generous enough to accommodate and accept others as they are. Please feel free to call us or email at this address.
If you wish to discuss your problem or have a question to ask or want to know your nearest Raj Yoga Meditation Center, call us on 099 99 744 555.
Thank you for joining us.
Om Shanti Om. I'm a peaceful soul. Om Shanti Om. I'm a peaceful soul. Ye Dwani Mangal Dwani hai. Om Shanti Om. This sound is a sacred sound. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. I'm a peaceful soul. Om Shanti.